Hello and welcome to Kehkasha's class. Before we begin with the class, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my class. I am eager to read your comments in the comments below. So do write something. In the previous lesson, we were reading. Yes, we were reading the story. Do you remember the fairy tale? Yes, the magic broom. Before we begin reading again, I want to share with you a famous quote by a famous scientist. And he had said, if you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. Whether it's a fairy tale or any other story, when we read, it not only helps us imagine better and to enrich our vocabulary, but it also gives us peace and relaxation. So, with this thought, let's continue with the story. And the story was The Magic Broom. Now, who will tell me what we had read in the previous class? Excellent! There was a kitchen maid called Phillipippa, and she worked in the castle of King Caraway. She was very hardworking and polite. She did lots of work in the kitchen and was also respectful to others' feelings. One day, the angry cook had ordered her to go to the market and buy a new broom as the old broom was not fit for the royal palace. It had become bad and worn. Phillipippa had hurriedly gone to the market but couldn't find any broom as they had all been sold out. And she was in a dilemma, in an awkward situation because she couldn't go back to the palace empty handed. Yes, the cook would have scolded her once again. Let's continue what happened next. Just at that moment, along came a peddler, and under his arm was the most beautiful broom Phillipippa had ever set eyes upon. So while she was waiting, yes, in the market, thinking what to do next, what does she see? She sees a peddler coming along. A peddler is a salesman who carries things from place to place, shop to shop, house to house to sell them. So she saw the peddler, and what did she see next? She saw the beautiful broom the peddler had under his arm. And such a beautiful broom Phillipippa had never seen before anywhere. "Oh, what a lovely broom!" she exclaimed. "Please, is it for sale?" So she was amazed at the beauty of the broom. What did she exclaim? Yes, a deep feeling, a strong feeling. What did she tell the peddler? What a lovely broom. Is the peddler going to sell it? Yes, said the peddler. He didn't tell her that he had picked it up from the road that very morning. So the peddler said yes, he wanted to sell the broom. But he didn't tell her about this. What? That he had picked up the broom from the road that very morning. That day in the morning, he had picked up the broom lying on the road. It was not his. He had found the broom lying on the road. Phillipippa bought the broom and hurried back to the royal palace as fast as she could go. She paid the peddler and bought the broom, and she ran back to the royal palace. Hurried back means she walked quickly to the royal palace. Yes, as fast as she could. Why? Yes, the cook will scold her again if she was late. My word, what a time you've been, said the cook. Indeed, ma'am, I. What did the cook say? Well done, the cook was angry once again. And she said, my word. It's an exclamation like, oh my God. So, what a time you've been. How much time you've taken. You are late again. That is what the cook meant. And Phillipippa was scared again and she just stammered. She was just telling softly and quickly, indeed, ma'am, I. She wanted to give an explanation. That is quite enough from you, miss. Thank you. And don't stand there either. Anybody would think we had nothing to do. So, what did the cook say angrily? She said, enough. I don't want to hear any more explanation from you. Thank you. So, she was being very sarcastic. Yes, this thank you was not polite. She was trying to stop Phillipippa because she was angry. I don't want any explanation that why you are late. Don't stand there either. Meaning, don't give me an explanation and don't stand there just doing nothing. Everybody will think that we have nothing to do. We just stand and talk. The cook means that people will think that they are lazy. They have lots of work to do. So, hurry along. Come and sweep up the kitchen at once. I've been making the stuffing for the royal goose and there are crumbs all over the floor. She kept on saying that quickly come and sweep the kitchen floor at once. She wanted the kitchen floor to be swept. Yes, immediately. I've been making the stuffing for the royal goose. So she had prepared the goose and the spices to be filled inside the goose. That is called stuffing. When you fill the goose, it's like a chicken. When we take chicken and we just make a hole inside the whole chicken and we put spices inside the chicken, the same way she was stuffing the goose. And because she was doing so much work, there were crumbs all over the floor. Here crumbs means bits of vegetables, spices, breads, all lying on the floor. Have you seen your mother cooking in the kitchen? Yes, we have all seen. When they prepare dishes, when they are making different types of dishes, they cut lots of vegetables, they use lot of spices, and in doing that, the kitchen counter and the kitchen floor becomes dirty. Yes, bits of food lies all around the kitchen floor during cooking. So same way, when the cook was preparing the royal goose, crumbs were all over the floor and she wanted Phillipippa to clean them, sweep them immediately. The cook snatched up an oven cloth and banged a saucepan down on the fire with such force that the coals scattered in all directions. We can see that the cook was really very angry and very busy. So she did not want Phillipippa to stand idle and she ordered her to clean the kitchen floor. Then the cook snatched up. Snatched up means to take something in a very rough or rude manner. So she wanted the oven cloth and she just took it up in a rough manner and banged a saucepan. She had a saucepan in her hand which she banged. Banged means she put it with a loud noise on the fire, on the stove, with so much force, with so much effort that the coals which were used for burning, had scattered. They flew in all directions. My, what a temper she's got, thought Phillipippa. She picked up her new broom and began sweeping the floor. So when the cook banged the saucepan on the fire and the coals scattered all around, again making the kitchen dirty, what did Phillipippa think? Yes, she thought. She did not say it aloud. Yes, because she knew the cook will get more angry and she was very respectful. What did she think? She thought, my God, what a temper she's got. What an anger she's got. Yes. So she picked up her new broom and quickly began sweeping the floor so that the cook doesn't become angry once again. Over the red tiles flew the broom, swish, swish. She had no sooner begun than she had finished. Phillipippa stared in amazement. So when she started sweeping the floor, what happened? It felt like the broom was just flying over the floor. It just flew. Swish, swish. Yes, it made a sound. Swish, swish. And she had no sooner begun than she had finished. So it felt like she had just begun sweeping and the work had already finished. She took no time to finish the sweeping. The sweeping was done in few seconds. And Phillipippa just stared, just looked at with open eyes, in amazement, in wonder that what is this? What a wonderful broom it was! So light! She had never swept the kitchen floor as quickly as that before. It must have magical powers. So, what did she think? She thought, wow, what a wonderful broom! What an amazing broom! And it was so light, meaning it had no weight. You can easily carry it. She had never cleaned the kitchen floor so quickly. She felt that the broom had magical powers. It was magical. And wasn't she correct in thinking that? Yes, later on we'll come to know, right? But right now she's just thinking that the broom is magical. Well, If that isn't luck, thought Phillipippa. So Phillipippa was thinking that it's her good luck that she found the broom, which was so light and so wonderful that it was making her work easier and simpler. She can do her cleaning and sweeping as quickly, yes, as magic. We are going to be great friends, I can see, she said, patting the broom handle affectionately. So she was so happy with the broom that what did she say to the broom? That we are going to be great friends. Yes, she's going to do friendship with the broom. And she patted. She patted means she slightly put her hand on the broom like you pat somebody. Yes, she patted the broom handle lovingly, affectionately. She wanted to show how much she wanted to be friends with the broom. Children, I hope you have enjoyed the lesson as much as I have done. Please go through the lesson as many times as possible. Read it through many times. It will be easier for you to understand and even help you with your vocabulary if you write down the difficult words. Thanks for watching and learning from my class. Until the next lesson, a big bye to all of you.